Ever caught yourself questioning whether what you feel is deep love or just an attachment? It's a common mix-up with huge implications for any relationship. Today we'll dissect the real differences between love and attachment, and why understanding these can drastically alter your approach to relationships. We'll go through concrete examples, discuss common misconceptions, and even touch on how these emotions affect your personal growth. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped to assess your feelings with clarity and confidence. Don't skip the bonus tip waiting for you at the end of the video, which perfectly encapsulates everything we've discussed. It's a vital piece of guidance for genuinely understanding your emotions and shaping your relationships. Make sure to stick around for that. 1. Growth versus restriction. In a healthy relationship, love is all about mutual growth. It's where both partners are there for each other, encouraging and pushing towards becoming better individuals. It's the kind of relationship where you both feel like you're improving, becoming more of who you are meant to be because you have each other's support. Now, let's contrast that with attachment. Attachment can be a bit tricky. It often feels like love because it's intense. But here's the catch. It's more about control and dependency. Instead of pushing each other forward, there's a sense of holding back due to fear, insecurity, or unresolved issues. It's like being in a loop where personal growth is limited because the relationship is more about filling a void rather than building each other up. So, how do we navigate this? Start by assessing your relationship. Are you both evolving? Do you feel free to pursue your goals and dreams? Or do you feel stuck, as if the relationship is more of a safety net than a launching pad? The goal here is to foster an environment where both of you can grow, not just individually, but together as a team. 2. Selflessness versus selfishness. In the spectrum of relationships, genuine love is like the ultimate act of kindness. It's not about keeping score or waiting for payback. It's about genuinely caring for the other person's happiness and well-being, often even before your own. This doesn't mean neglecting yourself. Rather, it's about creating a balance where both partners' needs are met and respected. In contrast, let's address attachment. This often gets mistaken for love because, on the surface, it can look passionate and intense. But here's the twist. It's usually more about what we get out of the relationship than what we put in. Attachment leans heavily on the self, focusing on personal needs, wants, and insecurities. It's like being in a partnership for the sake of feeling complete, validated, or not alone, rather than for the mutual happiness of both people involved. So, how does one shift from selfishness to selflessness? First off, start by genuinely listening to your partner. Understand their needs, their dreams, and their fears. This doesn't mean you always have to agree, but understanding is the first step towards empathy. Next, practice acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. It could be as simple as making them coffee in the morning or giving them space when they need it. A relationship is not about me, but we. It's a partnership where both people should feel valued and cared for. It's about building each other up, not holding each other back. In the end, fostering a selfless love not only brings out the best in your partner, but also the best in you. 3. Empowerment versus helplessness. In the world of love and relationships, empowerment is key. Love should make you feel like you've got this invisible cheerleader by your side. It's about feeling confident, supported, and believed in. When love is in the air, you feel like you can take on the world. Your dreams seem attainable, your fears manageable. That's because a partner who loves you wants to see you succeed. They're there to lift you up, remind you of your strengths, and stand by you as you tackle challenges. Contrast this with attachment, which can have quite a different flavor. Attachment, especially when it's more about neediness than connection, tends to drag down rather than build up. It's like having a backpack that you thought was filled with essentials, but turns out to be loaded with rocks. Instead of propelling you forward, it makes you feel like you need your partner just to make it through the day. This reliance can create a sense of helplessness, as your sense of self-worth and capability becomes intertwined with the presence and approval of your partner. So how do we lean more into empowerment? Start by recognizing your own strengths and accomplishments, independent of your relationship. Encourage your partner, but don't forget to encourage yourself too. Healthy relationships are about two individuals supporting each other, not about losing yourself to become part of a couple. Aim for a partnership where both of you can grow, feel secure, and remain independent, while also being there for each other. That's the sweet spot where empowerment thrives, leaving helplessness no room to grow. I hope you're finding value in this video so far. If so, why not take a moment to show some support? Hitting like, dropping a comment, or subscribing can really make a difference. Thank you for being an essential part of this journey. 4. Acceptance versus change. In a genuinely loving relationship, acceptance is the cornerstone. It's about seeing your partner, warts and all, and loving them not in spite of their flaws, but alongside them. This doesn't mean you ignore issues that can be harmful or detrimental. Rather, it's about recognizing that everyone has quirks and imperfections, and that's okay. Love says, I see you, I appreciate you, and I value you for who you are, not who I want you to be. On the flip side, there's attachment, which often comes with a wish list of changes. If only they were more outgoing, less messy, more ambitious. Sound familiar? This mindset doesn't embrace the person for who they are, but views them as a project to be fixed. The problem here is that constant pressure to change can lead to resentment and insecurity. Instead of a partnership, it becomes a perpetual state of probation, where the attached partner feels they'll never quite measure up. How do we foster acceptance? Start with communication. Discuss your feelings and needs without demanding change. Encourage open dialogue about each other's quirks and habits. More importantly, focus on the positives of your partner's unique traits and how they complement your own. Remember, a relationship is a dance of give and take, not a molding session. By embracing acceptance, you build a stronger, more resilient foundation for your relationship. It becomes a safe space for both partners to be their true selves, fostering a deeper, more authentic connection. 5. Compromise versus demanding. Compromise is like the oil in the engine of a loving relationship. It keeps things running smoothly, ensuring both parties feel heard, respected, and valued. In a healthy partnership, compromise isn't about losing. It's about finding a middle ground where both can agree and be happy. It's a dance between give and take, where the steps are guided by mutual respect and understanding. When love leads the way, compromise is about working together to enhance your shared happiness and life. On the other hand, we have the demanding nature of attachment. This is where things can get a bit tricky. Instead of mutual happiness, the focus shifts to one person's needs, wants, and preferences. It's like a seesaw where one side is always down, and the other can't get a turn. When attachment overshadows love, one partner often feels they must bend over backward to meet the other's demands, leaving their own needs in the dust. So, how can we lean more towards compromise and less towards demanding? Start with understanding. Recognize that a relationship involves two unique individuals with different perspectives. Open, honest communication is key. Instead of insisting on your way or no way, express your needs clearly and listen to your partners. Together, find solutions that address both of your concerns. By prioritizing compromise over demands, you strengthen your relationship's foundation. It's about building a partnership where both people feel supported and connected, not just one. 6. Easiness versus difficulty. Genuine love should have an air of simplicity about it. It doesn't mean that you won't face challenges, but rather that the foundation of your relationship feels natural and unforced. When love is real, your interaction with each other promotes mutual happiness and understanding. It's like moving through life with a partner who genuinely gets you. Decisions and compromises feel less like sacrifices and more like steps towards shared goals. The ease comes from a deep-seated compatibility and a mutual respect for each other's individuality and path in life. In contrast, attachment can feel like constantly climbing a mountain with no summit in sight. It's marked by a sense of struggle and dissatisfaction, where interactions often revolve around demands, insecurities, and unmet expectations. This isn't about navigating life's natural hurdles together. It's about feeling as though there's a constant barrier between you and harmony. Attachment, when it becomes overbearing, creates a dynamic where one or both partners feel they're in a state of constant negotiation, or worse, confrontation. How do we cultivate easiness in relationships? Start by fostering open communication and ensuring that both partners feel heard and respected. Build a relationship based on mutual interests, shared values, and respect for each other's independence. Remember, a healthy relationship should bring joy, support, and a sense of peace into your life. While no relationship is without its ups and downs, the overall journey should feel like sailing with the wind, not against it. Aim for relationships where ease and understanding are at the heart, not the exception. Bonus tip: practice self-awareness and emotional independence. Mastering self-awareness is like unlocking a new level in the game of life. It's all about tuning in to your feelings, recognizing your needs, and understanding your personal boundaries. This doesn't just help you, it enhances your relationships too. By knowing yourself, you can communicate more clearly, set healthy boundaries, and avoid falling into the trap of dependency. Emotional independence, on the other hand, is about finding balance. It's not about building walls or pushing people away. Instead, it's about creating a space where you can be your own source of comfort and happiness, not relying solely on others to fill that role. This means taking time for yourself, indulging in your interests, and cultivating a life that makes you happy, regardless of your relationship status. But how do you get there? Start small. Reflect on your day, your interactions, and how they made you feel. Journaling can be a great tool for this. Also, try spending time alone doing things you enjoy. This can be as simple as reading a book, going for a walk, or picking up a new hobby. The goal is to enjoy your own company and appreciate your own value. Practicing self-awareness and emotional independence doesn't mean you're isolating yourself or shutting down emotionally. Rather, it's about building a strong, healthy foundation for yourself so that you can engage in relationships from a place of strength, not dependency. Remember, the better you understand and love yourself, the healthier and happier your relationships will be. Now that you know the differences between love and attachments, what's next for you? Discover the signs someone is your soulmate, or learn what your love interest says about you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.